Hello friends and welcome back to another gardening video. Today's video is all about the Malabar spinach. It is scientifically known as Basella alba and the red variety is known as Basella rubra. It is commonly known as the Indian spinach or climbing spinach and locally it is called as the poi saag. Malabar spinach is a popular green leafy vegetable and can be easily grown at home in medium to large size pots, even in a tiny apartment balcony. Both the tender shoots and the leaves are edible, and this leafy vegetable is an excellent source of iron, calcium, vitamin A, C, magnesium, as well as protein, phosphorus, potassium, folate and B complex vitamins. It has good antioxidant properties as well. And now let's jump into the propagation method. It can be propagated by seeds and also by stem cuttings. So Malabar spinach is basically of two types, the green one which is shown over here and a red one which has a reddish stem. So for propagation all you need to do is make sure that you have 2 to 3 nodes and then cut off the stem. This is a store-bought Malabar spinach which I am going to propagate in my garden, and then I am going to remove off the leaves and I'm going to prepare these stems in such a manner. So it is always better to take the thicker stems, even though the thinner ones can also grow, and this is how you are going to cut it off. And over here I have a pot with some tomato seedlings, so I'm going to just push in the stems in here. At the moment I didn't have any empty pots, so I'm just putting in the stems over here, but later on I'll be removing the tomato saplings and this pot will be solely for the Malabar spinach. As for the soil requirements, it grows well in fertile, well drained and slightly acidic soil. The soil should always be moist. So in this manner you can propagate these stem cuttings, and I'm going to water it and let it grow. Later on I added more stem cuttings after removing the saplings, and this is how it's going to look after a few days. You can see the new leaves have started sprouting out from the stem cuttings, and after a few more days you can see the leaves have started growing bigger and the plant is looking so much healthier, and I'm pretty sure the roots have also formed down under. So let us now see what fertilizer we can give to this Malabar spinach so that it grows really well and that too quickly. So I am going to grow this organically, so I am going to use only natural fertilizers. And now let's jump into the fertilizer requirement for these plants. Always remember that the Malabar spinach soil should always be moist but not waterlogged, because waterlogging is going to create root rot and eventually the plant will die off. A nitrogen-rich soil helps the spinach grow green, luscious leaves, and the soil must be kept moist but not waterlogged, as I've told before, because if the soil dries up for long periods, then the Malabar spinach will start flowering and it will give out seeds. You can make the soil mix by using 1 part garden soil and 1 part vermicompost, coco peat and sand. Otherwise later on, like I am doing over here, you can dig up the soil a little bit and add this one is the cow dung compost which I am adding. So you can add this, and you can also add neem khali or the mustard cake, and this is going to give it a little bit acidity to the soil, so that is going to help the plants grow better. Another thing that you can do which is really good for this plant is using natural leaf compost, and this leaf compost I have made in my own home using the waste vegetable peels and the flowers. And this leaf compost, it should be well composted, and you can add this to the spinach plant because it will provide a lot of nitrogen to the spinach plant. And over here I have also added tea leaf in the compost, so that also helps to acidify the soil, which helps in growing a healthier plant. The common pests which attack Malabar spinach include spider mites, mealybugs, aphids, etc. And the neem oil spray is adequate to remove these. But another disease, that is the fungal leaf spot, which I am showing over here. These are the red spots or holes on the leaves. This can also occur, and it can be bacterial or viral, and the best method is to remove and destroy the infected leaves as soon as you notice them. So only one branch had got this disease, so I removed the leaves. And if you want, or if the plant has become too much infected, then you can use a fungicidal spray, and in severe cases like trichoderma can be used, which is a biocontrol agent fungicide. So in this manner you can easily control the pests and fungal infections. You can also improve the air circulation to reduce the humidity on which the fungus thrives by removing off some of the leaves or planting them a little bit far off. And also a minimum of 4 to 6 hours of sunlight is best for this plant, but it can also grow in slightly less sunlight. This is all about the Malabar spinach propagation and care. I hope you found this video useful, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thanks for watching.